I think I finally did it. I think I finally found the greatest small town in West Virginia. Let me show you. 3 weeks ago, I finished my 1-month stay in Florida, woke up, and realized I missed the cold. As a van lifer, I'd normally never say this, but I miss the snow. So that means it is time to start going north. I left Florida absolutely determined to make it all the way up north to Pennsylvania, Vermont, upstate New York, and enjoy the last bits of winter. But as with all van life journeys, I got sidetracked. My old college roommate Will flew out to meet me in North Carolina for a full week, and while it was definitely fun, it set me back. So the second that trip was over, I canceled all my plans with other friends, sadly, and hit the road with nothing to stop me until I found snow. I just got on the highway down here in North Carolina. Now the trip to the north in the snow is starting. The days went by mostly the same. Drive in the morning, get some exercise, and some random parking lot I found to sleep in at night. Then, in a part of West Virginia I'd never been in before, something magical happens. It started snowing. It was just a sprinkle at first, but by the time I got to the pass, I was in serious snow for the first time almost the entire winter that I've been out on the East Coast living van life. Before this trip, I've never liked West Virginia, but when I came out of the snow baptism in the mountains, I found myself in one of the most charming towns I've ever been in, and my new favorite town in this entire state. Welcome to Petersberg, West Virginia. I've spent the last 6 years visiting every state in America, searching for the greatest small towns in the country. This is my map. You can see right up here. Download it for free in the description of this video. Up until today, I've always been unimpressed by West Virginia. Pretty mountains, but never really a town that stood out to me as the greatest. Now today, this is the first time. The second I drove into this town, I knew immediately this belongs on the greatest small towns in America list. And let me show you why. If you followed me for a while, you know I don't rank towns based on how many malls or movie theaters they have. I rank my favorite small towns in America based on wilderness access. And right here in West Virginia is only about 20 minutes away from one of the grandest hiking zones I've found on all of the East Coast. And while there are more hiking trails around here, I want to show you this place first. Petersberg doesn't earn its spot on my map because of the town itself, rather for the places that it gives you access to, like right here at Seneca Rocks. Seneca Rocks is fairly famous on the East Coast for being a haven for rock climbers and for it being the very start of the Chesapeake Bay drainage system. Every bit of water that falls here ends up in the famous Chesapeake Bay. It is also a great place to get your hiking legs back after you have been sitting in a car for days and days on end. Made it. It looks like I took the longest possible way to get up here, but look at that. So Seneca Rocks is technically an unincorporated community, not a town, which is why I list Petersburg on my map of the greatest small towns in America. It's similar to places like Mazama, Washington, if you've been out there. Unbelievable, really good wilderness zone, but more of like a little village than a town. However, this place is absolutely stunning, and if you're coming to Petersburg, this spot, this little settlement out here called Seneca Rocks, is really the draw, the attraction you have to get to, because right now I'm standing on Seneca Rock. And I'll throw a picture up right here. You can see I'm up on the top of that rock right now. Unbelievable. The hike has been completed. Time to go do some cooking. I just set up my little cooking station here behind the store in Seneca Rocks. There are restaurants here. I'll throw in some footage of those. But I'm here in the back of my van tonight because I want to try a very interesting new recipe that I've never done before. This right here is Greek yogurt bread dough. I made this with Greek yogurt and flour, and that's basically it. What I'm gonna try to do with this is create a little van hot pocket with chicken and cheese, and we're just gonna see how it works. So let's walk through the process and see if we can make it happen. Step one, I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna cut this into different pieces, sort of like cutting a little pizza. Now that I have all these little balls, or these little slices, I'm gonna roll them into little balls, just like so. The next step is to turn these all into little hot pockets, so we need to make the interior, the filling for them. I couldn't find any plain chicken breast at the grocery store, so I grabbed some fried chicken, and I'm gonna slice this up and take off most of the exterior. We're gonna chop that up so it fits inside of here. A few minutes later, this is my mostly debreaded chicken, chopped up nice and fine. What I'm gonna do is just mix in some mozzarella cheese. That is our hot pocket filling all together here. Next step, making the hot pocket. Using each of these little balls of dough I made earlier, I'm gonna press those out into a little bit of a tiny little pancake shape, just like so. Then I'm going to take our dumpling filling and just put as much in there as I realistically can while still being able to close the dough around it. The end product looks like that. A chicken hot pocket with mozzarella cheese. Beautiful. Now we're just gonna repeat that for all of these. Check out all the cool little balls, dude. Now the only thing left is to cook these up and see how they turn out. Okay, let's see how this goes. This is it. Okay, so this is the first one. I'm gonna pause everything for a second, give this a shot just to see if it's cooked all the way through. That is not bad, dude. Has some more sauces, we'll put on that in a bit, but that works. I'm gonna cook the rest of these up and I'll show you what we got. I think I might have just pulled off the greatest single van meal I've ever made. Let's cut open one of these and I'll show you what we're working on. Look at that. Look at that, melted cheese and chicken, and now I have a little bit of chili lime sauce that I'm just gonna drizzle across the top of that like so. First bite. Oh my gosh, the Greek yogurt dough is unbelievable. Normally I just make this dough with water, which is good, but I just made this with Greek yogurt, and that little bit of tang to the dough with a little bit of salt and pepper is like unbelievably delicious. Best van meal already, for sure, that I've ever made. That's awesome. I also had a ton of the filling left over, so I just cooked them up. So what I do is I just put a little bit of extra of that on top. Just the most amount of calories you can put into one bite. A little bit of sauce. Holy crap, dude. You gotta try that. Also, let me know if you're interested in like a van cookbook, because I am not a great chef yet, but it's one of my goals to become one, and I'm slowly acquiring new recipes that I make on the road. So if you're interested in that, I'll make literally a free book or a little free PDF, and I'll give that away in the description of my videos, just like my map to the greatest small towns in America. So let me know, but cheers, man. Delicious. After cooking these amazing chicken hot pockets, I ended up spending another 4 days in West Virginia that has been spectacular and changed my opinion on a lot of this state. I'll share all those details in part 2 of this video, so stay tuned for the next posting on my channel. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.